Meanwhile, travel by train will be costlier from today as the rail fare hike of 14.2% in passenger trains will come into effect. There will be a steep increase in passenger fares. Freight charges will also go up by 6.5% from today. The hike was announced on the 20th of June, just 3 days before the presentation of the budget. The hike in the basic fare will also apply to tickets issued in advance for journeys to commence on or after June 25th. Those who have purchased tickets earlier at pre-revised rates will have to pay the difference amount either at booking offices or in trains. Well, my colleague Bansi joins us live from the city railway station. Well, Bansi, it is past 9. We understand that the crowds would have probably started coming in. What are the reactions like? Is it surprise, shock, or even just anger against the government?
Well, Nishita, you can see this is a railway station. This is the city railway station. Now, let me just show you. This is the Nagarkoil Express. These passengers are all arriving from Nagarkoil. Now, let's really find out from them what is the response to the fare hike. Because the fare hike of 14.5%, many of them complaining that the fare hike is rather too steep. And the fare hike, there is a fare hike of 14.5%.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about it?
We feel so bad. Government, please take care of this ticket and please reduce this.
Okay. Also, some passengers were complaining that they didn't have that money to pay because some of the ATMs weren't working.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so the problem is, okay, well, let's find out from others how the fare hike has really affected them. Excuse me, how do you feel about the fare hike, 14.5%? Okay, no response. Let's see, out of these passengers, some of them, whoever would like to respond to the fare hike. Well, we got some responses. People complaining, saying that the fare hike is too steep. Fare hike of 14.5%. What is your response?
I can say...
Did you pay the extra fare hike?
Yeah.
How much did you pay?
Monthly pass from Tumkur was 235 before. Now it was 600 rupees.
From 235 to 600?
Yeah, people are saying like that, still not confirmed. I think it is not possible to continue like this only. We need a development. Fare hike, it seems bad, but it is unfortunate.
Okay, so mixed responses. Well, some of them feeling the pinch. Of course, it hurts. Earlier, we had a response from one of the passengers saying that he wants to pay the fare hike, the revised fare, but none of the ATMs in the city station are working. That's a very serious problem because any number of them would only realize that they have to pay this fare difference as they get into the train. So when they get into the train, they suddenly realize that none of the ATMs in the station are working. So these are the small problems that people face apart from the overall fact that such a steep hike in fare is not really welcome.
Right, Bansi, thank you for joining us with all those details. Well, there we have it, mixed response coming in from passengers. In fact, earlier we did speak to a few of the passengers at the city railway station, and they had gone on to state that though it might be something that Narendra Modi was forced to do, though it is an eventuality for the increasing price rise and also to generate revenue for the railway department, but on the other hand, it is the common man who is the ultimate sufferer at the end of the day, as the common man is feeling the brunt of this steep price rise. 14.2% could hit the pockets of the poor travellers as well as the regular travellers on not only in the city but across the country, of course. Let's listen to what a few of the reactions seemed like.
देखिए, किसी भी देश को चलाने के लिए, इकोनॉमी चलाने के लिए जो भी है सरकार सही कदम उठाती है और ये किराया बढ़ना जायज है. कब तक आप गवर्नमेंट से सब्सिडी लेते रहोगे? गवर्नमेंट आखिरकार पैसा कहाँ से लाएगी? और इंडिया में डिस्पोजल इनकम काफी हो रही है, भर करके पैसे बढ़ जाते हैं, कोई नहीं बोलता है. आप देखिए, बंदा यहाँ से ऑटो से जाता है, कभी भी रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट का इस्तेमाल नहीं, दैट मीन्स पीपल हैव मनी. लेकिन जब भी सरकार अपनी इकोनॉमी सुधारने के लिए कदम लेती है, पीपल देयर आर डिफरेंट ओपिनियन अबाउट किराया बढ़ने के बारे में. मेरे हिसाब से जायज है. क्योंकि रीजनेबल किराया बढ़ा है, कुछ ज़्यादा भी नहीं बढ़ा है। आप शताब्दी का अंदाज़ा लगा लीजिए, शताब्दी की ट्रेन की टिकट नहीं मिलती, मतलब लोगों के पास पैसा है और उसमें से शताब्दी के लोग बोले बहुत बढ़ गया, दे कुड हैव ट्रैवल्ड बाय जन शताब्दी आल्सो। तो आपको लग्जरी भी चाहिए और किराया भी नहीं बढ़ाना, तो सरकार नोट तो छाप नहीं सकती है। तो मेरे ख्याल से जायज़ है किराया बढ़ाना।
See, there are two angles to it. First is when you, I mean, all the young people who are quite educated and with the right side of thought, in a very logical fashion, yes, you look at this scenario, why you have been into it, if there is an economic mess, why it is so, and who is responsible for. You penalize also when you are, I mean, it's a kind of penalization. If you look in a broader perspective, penalization across the people. But then, even if you are escalating it, what is your plan for escalation, where you are going to use the fund? So, I probably won't take any side. Let me be on a neutral side at this point, looking into the perspective of the news which we keep reading around the economic mess and the the slowdown and the sad aspect of the India growth story which everyone used to cheer 5 years ago. So when you put all these things into perspective and look at, fine, if the new government with a right intention in a futuristic way look forward for a hike, which is definitely at this point of time is a penalization to most of the people around. But if you have a right plan, then maybe when people, I was just looking at a survey where see that a lot of people are for the opinion to bite the bullet for a moment, but then that bitterness should be for a short term.
नो डाउट एट ऑल पॉकेट एक्सपेंसेस में तो बहुत फर्क पड़ता है, बट ये है कि वी आर वेरी बुलिश अबाउट मोदी सरकार की, अपनी बार सरकार अच्छी सरकार, इन्होंने थोड़ा सा जल्दी किया है किराया बढ़ाने की, और सेकेंडली इनको कॉमन पीपल के लिए देख के बढ़ाना चाहिए था किराया। इन्होंने एक तो जो 14.5% बढ़ाया है वो एक तो ज्यादा बढ़ाया है, मेरे हिसाब से 10% से ज्यादा नहीं बढ़ाना चाहिए था। और सेकेंडली जो इन्होंने फ्रेट बढ़ाया है मालगाड़ी के ऊपर, इट शुड नॉट बी मोर देन 3 to 4%। और सेकेंडली इनको जो फेयर बढ़ाना चाहिए था वो सिर्फ फर्स्ट क्लास के ऊपर ही बढ़ाना चाहिए था, अपर क्लास के ऊपर, क्योंकि अपर क्लास को कोई बहुत ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है।
Well, in fact, there we have it. Mixed response coming in from commuters. People going on to point out that while on one hand they understand that maybe it was an eventuality on part of the government, but at the end of the day, it is the common man who's suffering, which is unfair. Many of the passengers even went on to complain as to when the Achhe Din that Narendra Modi had promised of will come, as ever since the NDA government has taken charge, we have seen prices of fuel, railway and many other basic commodities rise steeply. But how will this hike in the fare affect you? Do you know how much more expensive your next trip will be? And given the expensive rail fare, did travel by air just get a lot more practical and affordable? Well, this should answer all your questions.
Book an air ticket to Delhi during the lean season and your pockets will get lighter by close to 7,000 rupees. A first-class AC train ticket will cost you close to 6,000 rupees. Flight seems like a better option since you will be shelling out just 1,000 extra and reaching faster. A trip by air to Mumbai will cost 2,500 rupees and by rail it will cost you about 3,300 rupees. With the minimum difference in price, travel by air could be a better option if you are willing to pay. A trip to Chennai surprisingly costs almost the same by train and by air. So if you book your flight tickets early, you can end up saving 8 hours traveling back and forth. A journey to Hyderabad will take you close to 12 hours and 2,000 rupees by train. Shell out 1,000 more bucks and you could fly there in under an hour. And a trip to Kolkata during Durga Puja too will cost you almost the same by rail or flight.